The Tarnished warriors are called upon to rise from their tilted towers and achieve one final victory royale. Jake Paul, bastard of the Badlands, the ever-wet...
Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys, and in today's video we are going to be checking out an incorrect summary of Elden Ring Part 1 by Max0r, and this is a completely new content creator for me. I have never seen one of his videos before. I've actually never even heard of him, which is surprising because he's got over 800,000 subscribers, I'm pretty sure, on YouTube, which is a lot of subscribers, right? He's pretty big. So shoutouts to Edwin for the recommendation this time. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody else who's been continuously leaving recommendations for me in the comments. There has been a lot of recommendations for more Seth videos. There has been a couple other content creators that you guys want me to check out, so I will get to those as soon as I can. With all that being said, an incorrect summary of Elden Ring Part 1. Edwin said that this guy's videos were going to be kind of similar to Seth's in a way, which, I mean, I love Seth's videos. If that's the case, then I'm sure I'm going to love this as well. Alright, let's get this thing going, guys.
Hey guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play.
Max0r.
Elden Ring, or as I like to call it, Boomer Band, is a fun
Minecraft?
new hack and slash and bash and crash my car. Developed by Epic Games director Hideo Miyazaki with the express purpose of inflicting pain upon the Gaijin. In this adventure, you play as the famous video game's protagonist Elden John as he undergoes many trials and tribulations on his quest to fight the entire Catholic Church and kill God. This game is a little difficult. You could call it the Dark Souls of Skyrim. As such, many challenges await the player, and most of it is the work of Satan, as is every game made by the Japanese. Spanning a gigantic world slightly larger than Africa, we will find many secrets.
Alright, so I can already see the comparisons between this guy and Seth, as both of their videos are very chaotic and their storytelling and narrative styles are very sporadic and like all over the place, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of sensory overload. So I can definitely understand why people may think that their video styles are kind of similar. Interesting.
Cover many attractions and slay the entire cast of the Bible. I've always liked that book. My favorite part is the genocide.
Oh, this is cool, man. Tree Sentinels. What dog doing? Malekith was such a bitch. Oh my god. I was a fat roller when I played Elden Ring, so I had heavy armor the entire game, and I beat every single boss I came across until I fought Malekith. I fought that guy for like 4 or 5 hours with heavy armor, and the second phase was just impossible. So that was the point when I actually had to switch off the heavy armor into medium roll weight. Also, this guy's editing is like on another level, man. Jesus. An incorrect summary of Elden Ring. Help me, Part 1, The Moon and the Stars.
So we boot up the game and,
okay.
Oh, silly me. I forgot to unplug the keyboard so my controller can work. Now I'm free to make my character. Our journey begins inside of the Microsoft PowerPoint, the quality of which being so dubious that it resurrects you from the dead. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Of course, this is a FromSoft game, so Spider-Man is here to send us the fuck back. To our tutorial, which is a whole lot of fun. And with that problem sorted, it's time to take the elevator so we can accomplish the impossible and go outside.
That part was very Breath of the Wild-esque, where they show you the world.
Welcome everyone
nice
to
reveal.
Limgrave, land of trees, laborious bears upon the trees, and this white person.
Tarnished, if you're lost, how about you start by
Vala,
finding
or whatever
some
his name
bitches.
was.
Stupid weeaboo wearing ass. When's the last time you took a shower with your dirty helmet wearing ass? With your weird ass cargo shorts your mama gave you? Look, what I'm trying to say is, you're fit is mid, and you get 0 bitches. Fuck out of my sight before I gotta look at those stank-ass vans again.
That's pretty much what he said.
Friendly associate, we
He's like, oh, I noticed you have no bitches. Go to the castle.
In Dark Souls, we sought after the Dark Soul, and in Bloodborne, we tried to escape Britain. But for Elden Ring, our objective is to get the hose. This is a game mechanic. You cannot level up until you get a girl boss. So with nothing else to do, I guess we'll have to fight this tutorial boss.
Oh my god, this guy fucked me up for so long.
He's a little like, this tutorial is on how to flee in fear and use geometry.
This game is not made for stubborn people, and as somebody who is extremely stubborn, I tried fighting tree. Every single boss I get stuck on, I pretty much have to fight them until I beat them, and Tree Sentinel was one of those bosses. It was the first one in the fucking game. It took me like 3 hours.
Leading to the next batch of enemies,
No wonder it took me 80 hours to beat this game.
In favor of the stealthy techniques of video game protagonist Rigid Danger Mighty Jungle Noodle, at which point they form a violence committee.
No bitches?
Try finger. But hold.
Sup, bitch?
What the fuck?
My name is Melatonin, and if I may inquire, sir, I am in need of a quirked-up white boy who can bust it down sexual style, so that I may make him goated with the sauce.
Okay.
No cap. All we have to do now is kill every demigod on the planet.
Every what?
I'm glad you asked. Long ago, this land was ruled by the great Queen Rennala, who pissed off God so badly that he left the fucking universe. Now her power, the Amazon gift card, is shattered, and her athletic scions are holding a contest to see who can die the least.
So God comes back when I kill them?
No, but you get to keep the gift card. These are the faces of
What?
evil, who have all claimed the shard of the card. Some seek glory, others redemption, and one is just really attracted to his younger brother.
Wait, what the fuck?
And after countless weekends...
Oh my god, man. How many of you guys ended up watching, like, 30 lore videos trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in the Elden Ring story after you beat the game? Because I know I was one of those people.
The Tarnished warriors are called upon to rise from their tilted towers and achieve one final victory royale. Jake Paul, bastard of the Badlands, the ever-wet skelly sleeper, the crazy caca consumer, and least of all, you.
I gotta hear that again. Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, bastard of the Badlands, the ever-wet skelly sleeper, the crazy caca consumer.
Is this
and least
all
of
Max0r doing all of these voices?
Tarnished warrior.
Is there like an opt-out?
Great, I'll send you to my dimensional pocket.
I see. Cool. Welcome to the Roundtable Hold, a place to rest, make purchases, and converse with the homeless. Do you
Yeah,
sell
I don't
magic?
understand why those guys have a wooden wheel on their head still.
I'm just
All the
gonna go over
priests.
here now.
Edgelord?
I'm in hell. Now, as for our comprehensible friends, we could begin with the blacksmith, but he's a little busy right now. So that only leaves one more person, Fia, the deathbed companion, unique among all women,
my
including
God,
my
man.
mother, for offering to hug me. Of course, I do accept
Then
for
giving you a
gameplay
debuff.
reasons, but what I wasn't aware of was that this one action permanently debuffed my health, and
Yeah.
I forgot to turn it off.
Gives you a debuff and then calls it a blessing. My friend had to tell me this. I was streaming this on Twitch one time, and my friend watching me was like, you realize you have, like, a health debuff. And I had played, like, 30 hours at that point. Come
For the
on.
entire game, the effect looks like this. And with that, I've reached my limit for human interaction, so it's time to head back.
Yeah, it's a little red square. I had no idea what the hell that
to
meant.
Stormveil Castle, where we can find the first demigod on our list of all people. Our approach begins by moving through
Wait, he went to Roundtable
Our approach
Hold
begins with a battle against the
before
lag beast, but
Stormveil
honestly
Castle?
after that, the level is pretty easy. Alright, finally a cutscene.
Actual stuff.
In search of the hose.
This game did have In Search of the Hose.
Unfortunate.
This game did have pretty bad stutter issues, like when it first came out, like for the first week or so. Which, I mean, pretty big issue, but I'm glad they got it sorted out, and it wasn't like so bad to the point where I couldn't play the game. I know a lot of people couldn't play the game though, so that's pretty shitty for them.
I hate women. That sounds like a you problem, Chief. I am also homophobic.
Excuse me? What?
And you are looking pretty gay right now. Hey guys, it's me, Max0r. Welcome to the first boss.
What?
Yeah, he's a little bit dumb. Margaret Thatcher is a very strong, very agile, and
Yeah.
very interesting boss. Essentially, his purpose is telling you to fuck off and come back later, preferably when your bones are defragmented from the ass whooping. He combines delayed attacks, crazy combos, and eventually the Hammer of God, just like the real Margaret Thatcher when she hammered English oppression into the once peaceful streets of Derry. So I think I'm gonna take the hint and leave. Fortunately for us, young Sheldon Ring is a game with all kinds of activities to prepare and unwind. You know, like killing the fucking dragon.
Yeah,
which
that
for some
that
reason
scared
is
the shit
easier,
out of me,
just
man.
Not too much easier.
When that dragon landed on my head, it almost one-shot
For
me the
next
first
leg of our
time. That
journey,
scared
the
the
now
shit out of
disgraced
me.
loser baby resigns himself to living in the woods. That way, he can exist peacefully among the giant bears and, whatever that is.
Greetings, traveler. I am the Pitbull of the Woods.
Uh.
Have you seen any orphanages nearby?
Holy
Why are
shit!
you asking me that?
No reason.
It's
Legend
actually
has
Uber
it
Danger.
that at the edge of these woods, there's a well containing the tastiest children.
Okay.
Go there, traveler, and I will kill the infants of your choice.
Okay, this might seem bad, but I know a good deal when I see
What?
one. Unfortunately, I am blind. Hey guys, it's Max0r here. Welcome to fucking Space Mountain. I hope you like being trapped in Smurf Valhalla because these fuckers don't play around.
Oh my god, the snipers!
This forest is watched over by the spirit of a gentle stag, and
this was
my
an easy boss,
impulse is to kill it. This necessitates lighting 8 fires scattered throughout the sacred grove, or more accurately, sprinting between them while
I definitely
enduring
came
the
here too
trials of
early.
free acupuncture meets Markiplier jump scare. That is not a sentence I thought was possible, but then again, we do have sentient lightning and Mr. Krabs. So after lighting the fires at the expense of my life, we devour the necessary peyote to enter the spirit cave. And as it turns out, Bambi is back from the woods and they had a gym.
I felt like this was one of the easier bosses in the game, no?
I like this fight. He shows me how bad I am at the video game and reenacts my trips to the horse race in 2006. Overall, it is a riveting and accurate portrayal of how fun it is.
Also,
to
the
go
music
into
for this
forest
boss
animals.
fight?
10 out of PETA.
Top tier.
You don't even get anything from killing him, just the guilt.
Facts. You
So
get like
after
the
exiting
spirit.
the hell that is Quebec, we head across Limgrave to the Weeping Peninsula, called as such for its tendency to rain and
know what?
also
I
the
never
race
did
war.
anything with
But
one of
before
those
we get
turtles.
into that, we've got a few tasks to do, just like Among Us. These include fighting the sapient tree, uncovering chests that accidentally teleport me to the end of the game, and also the
Oh, is that what they
which may
do?
or may not-
I think my game was glitching out because every time I opened one of those white smoke chests, nothing happened. I thought it was like a poison chest or something like that where it was going to inflict like a debuff on me, but nothing ever happened. My guy just stood there in the smoke and just tanked the shit, I guess.
not cause hearing damage when you get close enough. It even contains the rarest of all loot, a woman who tells us the tale of Castle
that was so
Morn,
sad.
a fortress that made the grievous mistake of permitting Furfest 2022 in their local Hilton. Except these are not costumes. My brother in Christ, they are misbegotten chimera, and you're going to die. So as can be expected, they massacred everyone and started a county-sized race war, and now they're sending me to clean up their human corpse ball pit. Fortunately, just like all issues in life, this one is fixed with a massacre. They haven't invented war crimes yet. I like this
Her
level,
dad was
actually.
just
It's
chilling
pretty
upstairs.
short, just like this video. My favorite detail is that they gave crack to an orangutan.
An orangutan.
Oh boy,
What? He's
it's
like a
more animal
lion.
cruelty. We're climbing back into Harambe's cage, and there is no gun.
He doesn't even look
You know,
like a
when he
monkey.
isn't converting my
Or an
bones to
ape.
sand, this fight is actually easy, mainly because his health is the size of my prefrontal cortex. But even still, I had a great time reenacting the murders I did 2 years ago. And just like this fight, I will not face the consequences. Enjoy this while you can,
That
because
sword looked sick, but it sucked ass.
because we've got a few more people to talk to, such as D, a man who gives us a fair warning
D's
about the
nuts.
dangers ahead.
Village here has been touched by death.
Thanks, as well as
Wait, I don't
speaking
think
to
I
the
ever did
sentient
this.
jar, which you may
I did
find
this.
strange, but really we are all containers for suicidal thoughts.
Alexander.
So after quelling his, our new friend Jar Jar Binks tells us to head east to an industrious land known as Gary, Indiana. You know, it seems like we're going a little bit off the beaten path with this one, but I'm pretty confident. After all, how
Caelid
bad
was so
can it
sick.
possibly be?
Caelid was so
What
sick,
the
man.
fuck is that? Oh no. Oh god. Let's go back to the castle. This time I think I'll walk all the way back to Margit. Hey guys, it's Max0r here. Welcome back to the Let's Play. And on this episode, Margit is still hard and a bit distrustful. One might
Whoa.
say suspicious. We need to eject him. Margit, more like Marge Simpson. Even with better gear, this is a fight
What?
that demands, among other
I
things,
love his-
awareness and patience. Emphasis on the patience, but most importantly,
Man, I love the way he edits the colors of everything to be like iridescent and it's more psychedelic looking than they actually are in the game. It looks really cool in the video.
this fight requires experience. Experience gained through fighting zoo animals, dragons, and even Canadians.
The way he
to
uses
squeeze out
colors
the
is
narrowest of
really cool.
victories. Just to watch out for the hammer. Really glad we could beat the first boss up 9 minutes into the video. Welcome everyone to Stormveil Castle, realm of the first demigod, Godrick the Grafted. And if I can't get to him in 20 minutes, the lasagna is free. Stormveil is a complex, multifaceted dungeon with various paths, only one of which is correct. So instead, we take the side route across the wall, past the knife birds, and into a Chinese chemical factory. So after cracking open a cold one with the boys, we ascend the political compass until I have authority over life and death, which coincidentally leads us to the castle grounds, and I didn't know they made Irish birds. Curdle. I'm trying to
Those
sneak
birds were
around,
such
but the clamp of
assholes,
my
man.
ass cheeks keeps growing. Alright, it looks like we're finally making some progress. All we have to do now is get through the He's quite the handyman.
Oh, this was the guy you fight at the start of the game.
He's quite the handful. Better use this door to keep him at arm's length.
I cheesed this guy, by the way. I used a crossbow.
Stay tuned for more laughs and gags on The Big Bang Theory, Sundays on NBC. I'm sorry, Odie, but I could not stop myself. After all, it was a Monday. And I hate Mondays. Pizza delivery for Garfield? It's called lasagna. Pizza Hut really ought to work on serving giant castles. I work for Domino's. Then it sounds like you could use a bit of a hand. You know, with making the pizzas? I command you to laugh. Lasagna. Do you know what I've gone through to make that joke? In this battle against Godrick the Grafted, we put our patience to the ultimate test as Grandpa pilots his fucking Max0r Evangelion straight into the housing market. Much like his titular cat, Godrick is a fucking gremlin who attained his abilities by entering Friedrich Fastbear's Mega Pissplex in the year of our Luigi 1987 and then sewed the children therein to his wacky animatronic suit. They call him William Grafton, but besides that, his coordination is subpar since he has to migrate a mosh pit to attack you.
I feel like half the time I get so lost trying to process what the fuck he's saying. Like, I can't even keep up, man. I feel like I'm missing half the shit trying to catch up and figure out what is going on. My auditory processing is not quick enough for this.
Godrick holds all of his attacks until the heat death.
It's just so much sensory overload.
You have to pay attention to his arm carefully, and that's pretty difficult when he's shaped like a four-dimensional object. I'm finding it pretty hard to keep track of him. He seems to morph around when I... So we fight him slowly and with attrition, like the Viet Cong, dodging, slicing, and dying until eventually reaching oh.
This part was so sick. First time I saw this cutscene, man, oh my god.
I guess he didn't need a hand. So to overcome the taxes on his 401k...
Oh my god, was that YouTube video about, like, drunk driving in Ireland or some shit like that? Or the advertisement, rather?
I guess he didn't need a hand.
If you guys haven't seen this ad, oh my god. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I'm not even gonna get into it.
To overcome the taxes on his
if you know, you know. Just leave it at that.
Decides to order a bad dragon to release his inner Todd Howard's The Skyrim. Finally, I have the power to cook all the lasagna I want.
What?
Welcome to Phase 2, bitch.
You're going in for you stupid mom.
The editing is so good, I can't stress it enough, man.
This is the best game ever made.
That was so sick. Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch.
The Roundtable Hold, my favorite location. There's really nothing else like it in the realm of physical science. Speaking of which, it's been at least 3 seconds since a homeless guy yelled at me. Let's fix that without going to Los Angeles.
Hey, people.
Oh god.
It is I, the Lore Man.
Holy shit, it's Seth!
My IQ is the highest among all Reddit.
That's not saying much.
Did you know Rennala of a full moon resides?
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's just talk to
Oh, that's it! What? I gotta hear that again, man.
A homeless guy yelled at me. Let's fix that without going to Los Angeles.
Hey, people.
Oh god.
It is I, the Lore Man.
Okay, do you know where the bathroom is?
My IQ is the highest among all Reddit.
That's not saying much.
Did you know Rennala of a full moon resides?
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's just
talk
to...
Oh man, that's so good.
This is worse. Let's
I love
back to that
content creator
eventually.
crossovers.
Oh, I guess I'm stuck here. Fuck. Congratulations, we've made it past the first demigod out of 6.5. I'm sure his subjects will remember him fondly. Remember all those adventures we had together, all those places we
Fun
did.
fact, this asshole, one of my friends told me after the fact that this dude was the one who actually pushed you into the locked room at the beginning of Stormveil Castle, and he's the one with like the little like creepy Joker laugh or whatever. And you also lose more souls or whatever they were called. What were they called again in this game? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You also lost more souls or resources or whatever when you died in Stormveil Castle. And apparently it's because this guy took extra resources from you. He was like following you around the whole time. I didn't realize that while actually playing. I died a shit ton in the castle, but I didn't actually keep an eye on my souls after I would get them back. But you wouldn't get your total amount of souls back after you go back and recollect them after you die.
subjects will remember him fondly. Remember all
Little
those
fun
adventures
fact.
we had together, all those places we've been. That was 10% of the map. I'll probably finish these videos
Yeah.
in a nursing home.
God.
This is the rest of the game, and wow. I better call Gandalf for that shit because we've got a ways to walk. Welcome everyone to Ligma of the Lakes, the largest swamp that Miyazaki was allowed to build. 30,000 men have already died, and on today's episode, we will be heading to the second demigod on my list of political dissidents, Rennala of the Red Line.
Sorry to pause again, but it was at like this point in the game. Oh, that's an awesome cut. It was about at like this point in the game when I kind of felt a little bit intimidated just based on the sheer size of the map alone. I don't know if anybody else felt like that, but I was like, God damn, like I like to experience everything, and I like to go to every nook and cranny of the world that I could find, and it was almost like a little off-putting with how large the map size was, which is a stupid complaint, I know.
Lobster, Queen of Caria, for at least the next 10 minutes, resides in the magical academy of Malaysia Lucario. And to get there, we need to head across a biological minefield known informally as the
Hogwarts.
Crustacean Nation. It is here that we face our greatest challenge, the fucking shrimp. I'm starting to think that PETA has a point. So anyways, we head through the
Those are one of the
Godrick,
hardest
past the
enemies.
Octosketty, and get completely sidetracked until
Along
I end
with
up
the
in fucking
bears?
Nipton. But we're gonna skip over most of the side content. You could say that we don't have the time to hang out. Just know that you can find this area by Google searching Elden Ring Albania. This one is for all my baby girls. I see your comments, ladies, and they make me smile. I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect. So after heading through the ruins of my marriage and killing the white people, we make it to the Hogwarts, only to find that the way is blocked by a mysterious seal. And next to it lies a map which leads straight to the key. Their security is dog shit. This puzzle should be pretty easy. All we have to do is get past the dragon that's waiting there. This game has a lot of dragons in it, so I'm going to keep a count. Just know that it doesn't get easier. So now that we've broken into magical racism land, it's time to enact our revenge upon Chris Angel Mindfreak in one of the most pretty good-ish dungeons of the game, featuring brand new challenges and enemies such as the Spastic Child. This man,
I
30
hated
times
those
in a row,
guys.
and a homeless guy who helps me extract the blood from my body. Raging Lucario is a fairly linear dungeon with some rather unusual architecture. Now, I'm no interior designer, but why is the entrance to the school a graveyard? Is this America? Anyways, we drive past Ohio as quickly as possible until we end up near the lecture hall. Singular. There is only one in the entire school. I guess they just do it on Zoom. And for today's lecture, what is the dog doing?
This was such a cool boss as well, man. Almost every boss was so well crafted, well
The
designed.
answer is stabbing me. This is one hecking speedrunner.
Felt very
doggo
satisfying
who
to
is
beat this
frankly
one.
an insult to every wizard in the school. Their valedictorian eats his own shit. The gimmick for this chonking pupper is that he combines beast-like aggression with powerful magical attacks, but none was so devastating as when he corrupted my drive, which destroyed this video. The last minute of footage was reconstructed from memory, but besides that, his moveset is varied and intense, requiring expert evasion or just a lot of healing. It really is a shame that his health bar is the size of an amoeba. I guess my weapon's just
Yeah,
covered
he died
in chocolate.
very fast.
Wow, this is just like my favorite show, Family Guy. So before we take the 30-second walk to the next boss, I acquire some fat drip so I may no longer appear fatherless. Now on our search for a classroom that can't be raided, we head up the stairs to experience bowling in VR. And after
And then you run into the Perry God. That was
become
sick.
sidetracked again as I am
never mind.
teleported straight to the Turtle Pope, who wants to sell me things. His existence isn't explained, and I don't want it to be. Only horror lurks behind that stare. Let's move on to something less disturbing.
Go back to the castle and fight the Perry
I can't
God.
believe I went to college
he
without
skipped
once
it.
seeing Ben Shapiro. I said less disturbing.
Yeah, this shit creeped me the hell out, man, the first time I fought this boss.
What is up, guys, and welcome to episode 391 of my Minecraft Let's Play.
This is a
Jimothy Ross.
preschool man.
Today we're going to be messaging my underage
I don't know who this
fans on the
content creator
internet.
is.
Oh boy. Welcome one and Holocaust to Child Slaughterfest 2002 twos. That's right, this is an American school after all. And in this battle, we're going to be teaching these kids the harsh realities of the hood. Now, I know what you're going to say, and hopefully it's not a police report. Max0r, this fight looks kind of easy, like taking candy from a baby.
This fight
if the
was
candy
pretty
their
easy.
still beating heart. This is accurate. In fact,
Unless
all
you
have
played
to
a
do is
mage.
find
My
the
friend
correct
played a
one to
mage, and he
turn
said this was the
inside
hardest
out,
fight in the
at which
game
point
for him.
Rennala basically lets you go to town. The reason for this is that we aren't fighting a demigod. This is the demigod's ex-wife, who was dumped after she gave birth to 30 of herself.
Right.
To some extent I can understand, but goddamn that child support. Kinda feel like I'm doing him a favor.
And then in phase 2, you're not actually fighting her, you're fighting an image that was created of her by her daughter that was like an image of the mom at her strongest or something like that. I don't know, man.
Good evening, Twitter. This is your boy, Eat That Pussy 445.
What the fuck?
And about like 30 to 45 minutes ago, I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard.
Almost sounded like Donkey, but I know it wasn't.
I can't even feel my left leg. My left leg has been totally numb. And my dick has...
I guess there's a phase 2.
There were so many parts of this game that were so aesthetically pleasing, man.
Welcome to the real fight. It's still easy. For
It is
Dark
very
Souls,
easy.
which means the challenge is getting anywhere close to her. This fight is essentially Dark Sus Gwendolyn if he/them were a good boss, using a vast array of magic, other bosses, and the power of Goku to socially distance your skull from your neck. But even still, it's very manageable if you have any semblance of patience. My editing might tell you something about how I did. 70% of this fight is waiting for my turn. It's like I'm trying to stab Julius Caesar.
Make sure you like, comment,
God
and
damn it.
subscribe.
Isn't that
So we can
70%
take this
of
video
boss
to
fights
the
in Elden Ring
moon.
is just waiting for your turn
So
now?
after sufficient damage is dealt, we find out that her second phase has a second phase and its other bosses, including, of course, this bastard again and the actual straight-up pack of wolves. Just make sure that you don't die, otherwise it's back to the daycare. Needless to say, this fight is a visual and gameplay feast, and by that I mean it does not end. The divorce may have hit hard, but it is hitting me harder, so let's do to her life what her husband did to the marriage.
Jesus.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Chapter 5. You are going to Brazil.
I fucking hate this place. It's making me want to minimize the amount of air I breathe.
Greetings again, Tarnished.
Yeah, okay.
What knowledge do you seek that brings you to my domain?
Okay, so I've been to Red Lobster once already. Where do I go next?
Caelid.
Oh.
You must continue your adventure in Caelid. Is that a problem?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong with Caelid.
Brazil.
Hey guys, needs McTherapy here. Today we're gonna be playing in a Tim Burton land. Welcome to Caelid. It's basically made of German bedtime stories. Who can forget such legendary tales as Der Vogel, Der Bachpfeifengesicht, and most terrifying of all, Das Kinderschredder.
The T-Rex
I'm sorry
dogs
if you
were
speak
so
German, by the
scary.
way. That's gotta be my least favorite disability. And on today's episode of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, we are invited to a festival and slumber party. Where
Yeah,
the
it was a lot of
sleep is
nightmare
permanent,
fuel in
all for a
Caelid,
chance
now
to
that he
face
mentions
off
it.
against the third demigod on my Club Penguin friends list. Starscourge Radahn, captain of the Hospice, resides within the walls of Redmane Castle, where every year
And
he
I
throws
beat
a party to see who
Radahn
can keep
pre-nerf,
the longest. The
okay?
price of admission is just
How many of you
getting
guys can
anywhere
say
near
that?
it,
Probably
because
most of you
sometimes
guys.
life is just a Bulgarian, and you are an unstolen car. So we ride, vaguely and in
Goddamn
some
ad every
direction,
time.
encountering many horrifying creatures beyond the reach of God, and locking myself in the cum dungeon. The other kids laughed at me. They called me Jizzy Johnson, but now it is I who is laughing at them. Oh, cool! It's another dragon, and this one is quite the special
one has
encounter because we get to fight him in the volume of an
AIDS.
aquarium. He can't really touch anything, otherwise he decouples his existence. Hey, what's up, guys? Max0r here, and today we're gonna be gaming on the moon because that's what this shit feels like. In fact, I heard you like dragons so much that I made an entire part of the map called Dragon Barrow, and I filled it with, you guessed it, an obscene quantity of dragons. Because truly, we have not fought enough of them. I don't want to be here anymore. Let's put this in the future episode box. So far, we've seen a lot
I was gonna
of
say that
traumatizing
Dragon Barrow was pretty
things,
late
enough
in the
to give
game.
half of all American politicians cardiac arrest, but I've been saving the best for last, and by best, I mean the most evil game design ever conceptualized. The Swamp of Aeonia lies just within the
Swamp
center
of
of Caelid and
Florida.
contains
The
enough AIDS to
bayou.
make Ronald Reagan sweat. This region, and pretty much all of Caelid, but mostly this fucking abomination, is infested with scarlet rot, which is like poison if it was made of radium, and get this, it's spreading. You can't even use a horse to bypass the radiation because an NPC just invades you in the middle of the swamp.
God.
It's like I can hear the dulcet tones of the game director laughing at me. For your crimes, I am sending you to the moon. This place is filled with all kinds of new and interesting ways to die, and my favorite lies at the center of the swamp, where we can find Commander O'Neill and his Bostonian ketamine mafia. Surprisingly enough, this is the only thing here that can't kill me. His moveset is so simple, it's Amish accessible. You could build a barn around him in the time it takes for him to do damage.
Yeah, and you could fight him on the horse.
Would be better with a second phase, one where he whips out his lightning cock and pulverizes me until I'm gravel. But you know, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Also, he drops his ketamine needle, which I will now put to very good use.
You stab the girl.
Right? We're
that
in
fights you in the
Red Mane
swamp.
Castle now. This entire level can be skipped because I think the devs realize that Caelid is the actual level. Do you even know how many dogs were euthanized on my way here? Don't worry, you aren't actually missing anything unless you're a big fan of cats, such as life on the Serengeti. So, welcome to the Festival of Ramadan. There are 2 attendants in total, and one of them is this guy.
Hello again,
And
Tom.
Alexander.
How's your journey down the well?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just passionate about my cuisine. Speaking of which, did you ever find those children I talked about?
Welcome one and all across to Child Slaughterfest 2022. No.
Shame.
You know what? Maybe the jar will be a bit up.
Lisa called Jaja Binks. Lisa, your humble servant.
Okay, never mind. So with a stroke of obscene luck, we find a mostly sane person who tells us via YouTube Rewind that Radahn is not here. Technically. You see, this castle is his euthanasia clinic, and we are going to pull the plug. I'm sorry, Grandpa, I have to charge my Switch. His consciousness has been gone for several hundred years due to the demigod Malenia, who is the Blade of Mikola, by the way, but that is a story for later. Essentially, his mind was eaten by the Scarlet Rot, but this man is literally too angry to die, and we are attempt number 500 to kill him. So, I'm liking these odds. I'm just built differently. Very Will Smith-friendly. Let's, go start the mercy killing. And, why is he so far away? Are those summon signs?
Also beat him with no summons, no big deal, no magic.
World RPG where I roleplay as the victim, and today we're doing one of the best fights in all the video games.
Weird flex.
Starscourge Radahn is a big, buff, absolute unit of a boss whose only instinct is recycling your flesh back into the ecosystem. But you are not alone in this battle. There is no limit on how many people you can summon, and if they die, then you can just do it again. I'm sure they won't mind. I have essentially converted the game into an RTS. Gotta fight raid boss Radahn.
Radahn's entrance on his second phase has to be one of the coolest moments that I've experienced in any video game ever. Seeing a dude flying as a meteor out of the sky was fucking crazy.
Of employee harassment. Now, you can fight him alone as a real gamer, but why would you? This is a goddamn festival, and I will not be having sex by myself. Before you can even reach him, Radahn is sniping your ass with the accuracy of my opinions on the internet and firing a frankly suspicious amount of arrows from God. If you want to exercise,
I read that they nerfed the shit out of his arrows
you
too.
have to earn it, and that is the easy part. Even with summons, you need to pay full attention to his moveset, as his attacks swing wider than American elections and hit harder than a freight train on a semi. Now, you may have already noticed, but that is a comically small horse. It's like I'm looking at Shaquale Onale. This is because, in addition to being built like a steel mill, Radahn has the power to defy gravity, which constantly gets him into fights with solar bodies. This man is skateboarding a horse and holding back the stars while killing everyone he comes into contact with, and he does it from the hospice. Radahn is an absolute god among Chads, and this fight's intensity lives up to that and then some. And that is just phase 1. Phase 2 starts when he, jumps into the upper atmosphere.
Oh, this is so badass, man. How does he edit so well? This is like insane. The way that he mutates the colors.
Jesus Christ, he is a thick one.
Impressive.
Oh God,
I feel like I'm watching a movie
just
or
killed
a
itself.
documentary.
This is sure to negatively affect the trout population.
Oh, this is when the tactical nuke goes off, right?
Won't someone please think about the economy?
Boom. Let's see. Martin Cito Pants as Vare. Okay, I don't know who that is. Gianni Matragrano. Don't know who that is. Jimothy Ross. I knew Seth. I know Uber Danger. And now I know Max0r. Maybe I need to check out these other content creators as well. So is that it? Man, that was incredible. Not only because I loved Elden Ring, so I was able to actually interject and relate to a lot of the stuff that was happening in the video, but the way that he edited everything was just so masterfully done. Like, I kept talking about it, but like the way that he was manipulating the colors to change things to look a little bit like more like fluorescent or iridescent, I just, like, I don't know, it just added so much to the video for me. It made everything look so much cooler. It also helped that it was about Elden Ring, and I love Elden Ring, so I was able to actually, it almost felt like I was just like reliving the gameplay experience again and remembering some of the parts of the game, because I played it for 80 hours within like 2 weeks, and then I haven't touched it since. So it's like a nice little trip down memory lane, I guess. Thank you again to everybody who watched this video with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Drop a sub if you want to see more stuff from me in the future. And let me know what else you guys want me to check out. Whether it's more Max0r videos or other content creators, just let me know in the comments, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!